Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Monday morning and we've got lots of transfer news coming your way. Yes, all about Man United. Man United have confirmed a signing of a new striker. It's huge news. And look, Man United fans are really happy with this signing. We're going to, of course, be looking at this striker, seeing how he fits into Ruben Amorim's team. And also big news on Bruno Fernandes. Yes, that's the biggest transfer ongoing right now in the world, probably. Bruno Fernandes to Al Hilal. Will it happen? We're hearing lots and lots of news, lots of stories about how Bruno Fernandes' agent has been out to Saudi, got the figures, got the details, and has headed back straight to Manchester to discuss it with United. Discuss it, sit down with them, and see what United have got to offer as a counter proposal to Bruno Fernandes. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, the early signs have always been that Bruno Fernandes is going to join Al Hilal. That's what the sources close to us have said. They've said it looks like he will be going to Al Hilal unless something major happens at United. And that is bad news, but also good news. And we'll tell you why that is in a short while. But before we do, and before we kick off today's show, please make sure you hit the like button on this video. And if you're not already a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, so first, let's kick off the show with some positive news, some great news, and that is United have finally confirmed, we've already kind of confirmed this about a week or two ago, but officially Man United have confirmed yesterday that they've signed Matheus Cunha from Wolves. Yes, he is a new player that joined the ranks of Man United and Ruben Amorim, and is this the first ever signing for Ruben Amorim? We think it might be, and hopefully this could signal a change in Ruben Amorim's team. Hopefully we can get rid of a few more players and he could bring his type of player to the club, and we saw it. We need workers, we need hard engines, we need engines in the middle of that park, everywhere on the pitch actually. That's what we need. We need to build a team of players that is willing to work for Ruben Amorim, not players that just want to sulk around and not care like we saw with Garnacho. We've seen Garnacho actually, even David Beckham's come out and criticised Garnacho and his attitude, and rightly so. What a bloody idiot he is. What a prick. He just walks around thinking he's entitled to everything and doesn't want to give anything to the club. And I'd be so happy if he was to be sold right now. I've backed Garnacho for a long time, saying, look, he's young, he's going to improve, he's going to become a world-class player. But not with that kind of attitude. We saw Doué for PSG, the 19-year-old. Look at the work ethic. Look at how hard he's working for the club. We don't see that from Garnacho at all. That's the problem. And even when he got subbed off on the 60th minute, you didn't see him sulking or anything. He could have stayed on and said, look, I want to get a hat-trick, blah, blah, blah. No, nothing. Came off positive, shook everyone's hand. You could see him smiling. This is the type of player that we need to be focusing on. Players that actually care about the club and the result, not about themselves. Anyway, moving away from that, look, let's discuss the new signing, of course, Cunha. Great player. I think he's got a really good work ethic. I think he'll be brilliant for United. I think he's the type of player that we need to be bringing into this club. And hopefully he can offer United something that we haven't got in that team, and we haven't got goals, and he can score goals. He is very good at putting the ball in the back of the net. We also are looking for another striker, an out-and-out striker. There is talk about Gyökeres, there was talk about Delap, but he's definitely going to Chelsea. And then there's also Sesko. We're looking at Sesko as well as a possible striker. Look, United have got lots of options when it comes to strikers. I don't think they're rushing in anytime soon. I think they're going to wait and see what happens with the Bruno Fernandes deal, and only then will they then go back into the transfer market. I also think they're going to be waiting on the Garnacho deal to go through and Marcus Rashford. There's lots of business to be done, outgoing business, before United can concentrate on bringing in players. And because they've got no money in the coffers, they've got no money in the bank account, they're skint, they haven't got any money coming in from the owners or anything, United have to rely on sales for to be able to go and get that money and go and buy new players. That's how it's working. One in, one out, or one out, one in. That's how it's going to work. But anyway, let's focus on Bruno Fernandes because it's the biggest deal happening right now in the world of transfers. Bruno Fernandes to Al Hilal. First of all, It is a huge offer that they've made to Bruno and Man United. Both Bruno and United they're not in a position to refuse this offer. It's simple as that. United are probably sat there thinking, yes, he's our best player. Yes, the manager wants to keep him, but this is going to make a huge difference to our summer transfer market budget if we can get rid of Bruno Fernandes. Yes, sell him. Yes, we don't want to sell him, but if we can go out there and buy 3 or 4 different players for this amount of money, of course they're going to do that. Of course they will do that, because that's what's needed right now in this summer transfer market. United need at least 4 or 5 new signings, and they're not going to do that unless they sell someone big, and Bruno Fernandes is that someone big. Unfortunately, that is the case. Yes, he's brilliant. He's going to be absolutely amazing wherever he goes. But we need the money to improve the entire team. We can't rely on one player just to, carry us next season. And look, Bruno Fernandes had a brilliant season this season, but what guarantee do we have that he's going to have a really good season next season? I just can't see it happening. Look, let me know in the comments below what you think about Bruno Fernandes' deal. Are you happy for him to go or not? This is really interesting. Some fans just can't wait to see the back of him and want to take the money. Some fans are adamant that we should not sell Bruno Fernandes and keep him at United. It is a 50-50. It's a tough one, but I have come round to the idea of selling Bruno Fernandes and going out there and buying some squad players that can actually work around the team and improve the team as a whole. That is it for today's show. Of course, we're going to bring you updates as and when we get them on the Bruno Fernandes deal. We are very close to hearing something final about Bruno Fernandes. Once we get that, we will bring it to you live. That is it for today's show. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.